Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744 Extra. So today, guys, I want to start a new series on the channel called Album Music Battles. So every Saturday, I know it's not Saturday, and let me explain first this concept, then I'll tell you why we didn't do it on Saturday. We're going to be doing an album battle between some albums, okay? And I feel like it will be very interesting for the very first one. We do two albums that I had not previously checked out. Because while I could do The Weeknd and Ariana Grande, I've listened to their albums so many times that it's probably best we do something new, something fresh. And I've already done like a lot of YouTube shorts on them. We could still do album battles if you guys really want to. I'm not opposed to it, but I feel like it'll be more interesting. We do new ones I haven't done. If you guys still want to see that, that's fine. I'll definitely consider. Maybe comment down below which album battles I could do next, and I'll definitely put in consideration. But I want to do something more different, right? So, and I was looking through YouTube for this. I hadn't seen anyone done this, which I think is crazy. I'm very surprised. So it got me thinking, why don't I actually do this myself? Because as you guys know, I've kind of been into rap. Rap music has been kind of my second genre, I suppose, after pop and R&B, I suppose. Pop and R&B kind of go together now, you know. And it got me thinking, which two big rappers should I do? And it got me thinking, it's so obvious which two I should do. It's Drake and Kendrick. They're the most big mainstream rappers nowadays in the music industry. I respect Travis. I respect J. Cole. I respect Tyler the Creator. I respect Lil Wayne. These rappers are big. I'm not saying they're not big, but they're not as big as Drake and Kendrick. And let me know in the comments below. Is Drake and Kendrick the best two big rappers in the mainstream music nowadays? You could probably say they are, right? Well, and while I could do their most recent albums from both, obviously Drake being the um some sexy songs for you, and obviously Kendrick being a GNX, it got me more interested to do the most popular albums, which is Views versus Damn. And I feel like it'll be more fitting we do this one since it's our most popular album, and it's so big. And both albums have some pop concepts as well, which you guys know I'm a huge pop guy. So I feel like it'll be very fitting we do that. All right. So I've got 9 categories for you guys. I'm going to show you guys the 9 categories here for you guys. And you guys might wonder, why am I not doing tracks from both albums? Like, which track is better? The reason why I'm not doing that is because both albums don't have the same amount of tracks. Okay. And so I feel like it would be more interesting, be better we don't do that and we just focus on these categories. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And like I said, I'm a person that likes both of their music. I think both Drake and Kendrick are both good in their own ways. I'm not one of those people that, oh, just because I listen to Drake doesn't mean I can't respect Kendrick, or just because I listen to Kendrick doesn't mean I can't respect Drake. I think they're both great in their own ways. And it's kind of annoying that nowadays in the music industry, the fans, you have to hate the other person when really it's only the rappers themselves. They only have beef with one another. The fan base shouldn't have the beef with another fan base. Okay? I just found that to be really stupid. But anyways, let's move past that. Let's get on with this. So let's start with the album cover. This is the first topic we're going to be doing, guys. So when it comes to album cover, for me, guys, which album cover do I think is better? For me, it's a clear answer. I think Damn is better. Damn is better. I just feel like this one is just more posing, more striking, and it just looks more creative. I like that red text there, that the Damn is all capitalized. I like the red background on the back with the whole brick, all the bricks there, and then Kendrick being himself in the center of the album is key, significant. Whereas the Views album, where's Drake? I don't see Drake at all in the album cover, and I'm sorry, I don't know how. Like, if I didn't know, like, how can I tell this is a Drake album? Like, it's just weird to me. Like, when it comes to album covers, it should be very obvious who the album is by. And for me, Drake's not even in the album cover himself, and you get this like tower views itself, this atmosphere and the weather, and it's not bad per se, but it just doesn't come close to Damn. So I'm sorry, I have to give Damn the point here. I think the album cover is way better here. Next up is intro. So the intro for Damn is obviously Blood, and obviously intro for Views is To Keep a Family Close. Basically, the Damn intro is very short. It's basically like an interlude, and not really a whole lot meaningful happens. It's just kind of him just talking about things, and then obviously you hear a gunshot being there where he's actually dead, I suppose. Like this blind lady shoots him. So it's very kind of weird. And then obviously to keep a family close is kind of like this him singing about to keep a family close. For me, guys, I think it's very obvious which intro is better. It's obviously Views. I think Views intro is much better. It's just much better musically, much better one to listen to, and the Blood one is just really. I just don't really understand what's going on. So it is 1-1, guys. Let's move to the next one. It is production. Production. Which album do I think has better production? It's a tough one because I think both albums have really good production. But for me, the reason how did I decide this? Well, it's easy. I went with Damn. The beat switch on I think DNA and XXX was groundbreaking. That really was surprising. I really enjoyed the beat switch. It was really, really refreshing, really cool to see, you know? And I feel like that's what was really interesting. Whereas the production of the Views album, everything was like standard. It was like, okay, it was great, it was good, but nothing like too outstanding, you know? So for me, I have to give it to Damn. I think the Damn album has better production. Impact. Impact for me, it is for me. Impact. Both these albums are very impactful in their own different ways. You know, obviously, Damn album having the lead single, obviously being Humble. We know how big Humble song is, but let's be real. Besides the Humble single, there, what other singles was really that huge? It wasn't really that many. Whereas when you look at the Views album, the lead single, One Dance, that 3.8 billion streams. It's one of the most streamed songs on Spotify. It's in the top 10 actually. So for me, I think it's very obvious. It's very obvious. You have to give it to Views. Views is just more. It's just made a bigger impact, you know. And for me, I have to give it to Views. I have to give it to Views. Um, it has a bigger impact than Damn in my personal. Next up is lyrics. Lyric substance. For me, I have to give it to Damn here. That Damn album has so much lyrics going on. Like I feel like lyrically is really good. Like there's a lot of emotions that's being thrown. There's a lot of sad songs where he's very sad and very like up sad. And there's a lot of songs where he's raging. He's like enraged, like DNA and Humble. Those two songs are him like angry. There's a lot of songs where he's like, okay, you know, like Pride comes to mind. I think Fear comes to mind. There's a lot of songs where he's just kind of just like expressing his emotions. You know, whereas in the Views album, it's nothing really like lyrics wise. It's just standard. It's not really anything too amazing lyrically. I don't think there was any bars that Drake said, "Oh, that was amazing bar," you know. So yeah, for me, there's a lot more catchier stuff in the Damn album. There's a lot more lines that people I think will recite than the this album. So I'm gonna have to give it a Damn. This one. Singles. Which album do I think has better singles? For me, let's look at the singles. So in Damn album, you obviously got Loyalty, you got Love, and you got Humble. I don't know why, but DNA should have been a single. DNA should have been a single. I think DNA is very good. In fact, my hot take here, well, my personal opinion is that DNA is my favorite track of that album. Very good. Whereas in the Views album, you obviously got Too Good, you got Controller, you got Pop Style, One Dance, and yeah. So for me, it's very obvious. I have to give it a Views album. I think the Views album have much better singles. For me, Hotline Blink One Dance is so good. Whereas and the Damn album, I'm not really a huge fan of Humble. I think Humble is good. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't think it's that amazing. I do love Love. Love was good. Love is good. I love the future of Zachary. I think that was really good. Loyalty was good, I guess. It wasn't as great in my opinion. Whereas Too Good, it was much better. You know what's really interesting, guys? When you compare Loyalty and Too Good, both of them have Rihanna in it, and I feel like Rihanna did a much better performance in Too Good over Loyalty, as well as the fact that I feel like the futures on Views album were handled much better than the Damn album. The Damn album, the futures weren't as great in the single. So for me, I have to give this. I have to give it to Views here. The only single that I didn't really enjoy of Views is probably like Pop Style and Controller. But the other three, Too Good, Hotline Blink, One Dance, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let's move to cohesiveness, guys. Cohesiveness. The Damn album has 14 tracks. The Views album had 20 tracks. For me, both albums aren't really that cohesive in my opinion because the Damn album is very very much kind of all over the place with these emotions. Like I said earlier with the lyrics, like sometimes he's very angry, enraged. Sometimes he's very happy. Sometimes he's very sad. In the Views album, it's just a lot of tracks. There's a lot of times where he's rapping. There's a lot of pop influence as well. A lot of dance hall music as well. Um, and yeah, a lot of the songs are also very long as well. Whereas I think the Damn album, only one song is really long, which I think is so. In terms of cohesiveness, I think it's a clear winner here. Damn is more structured, more concise, more straight to the point. It's 14 tracks. It's around an hour, whereas the Views album is almost an hour and 30 minutes. And I feel like it's just a lot of filler tracks, a lot of filler tracks. So for me, I have to give it to Damn here. Next up, it is outro and concept. Okay, let's do outro first. Which outro is better? For me, guys, I think it's very obvious. I think the Views album outro's legendary. Hotline Blink is very good. It's much better than Duckworth. I'm not saying Duckworth is bad, but come on, Hotline Blink is groundbreaking. Okay, so if for me, sorry, I didn't mean to click that one. I meant to click outro. I had to give it to Views here. And now, finally, which album is better conceptually? Damn or Views? For me, I feel like the Damn album is better conceptually. It's more emotional, more uplifting, and it's more structured, right? Whereas the Views album is a lot more moody, a lot more R&B based, and there's a lot of it kind of feels all over the place in terms of content. Like I don't think there's a clear, concise concept throughout the whole album. You can play like you can't play from start. You can't really play from start to finish. Whereas I think the Damn album, you could play from start to finish and you can understand it. And also, what's really cool, guys? You can even play. I saw that there's a Damn collector's edition where you can play from backwards to finish start. I mean, that just shows how good it is conceptually. So for me, conceptually, I have to give it to Damn here. So there you guys go, man. Damn wins 5-4 against Views, and Damn is a better album, in my opinion. Okay, so let me tell you guys my favorite tracks real quick from both albums, and then we're going to wrap it up. So Damn, my favorite tracks are DNA. DNA is my favorite. I would say Love is probably my second favorite. And then I'll probably say Feels. I would say that's probably one there. And one thing that I also forgot to mention, guys, all the songs are capitalized, which I think is striking. Whereas her Views album, my personal favorite is probably Feel No Ways. That should have been a single, in my opinion. The second, I'll probably say One Dance. And the third, I'll probably say Too Good. My least favorite tracks on View is probably Grammy. I did not like the Grammy track whatsoever. I thought it was really bad. I didn't like the collab with Future. And for me, my least favorite, I'll probably give it to Blood. Or maybe God. Nah, I'll give it to Blood. I'll give it to Blood. I'll give it to Blood. So there you guys, man. Go. That is my thoughts about both these albums. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. My first album battle. Hope you guys did enjoy. And like I said, I'll see you guys for next Saturday. Like I said, I already have an idea for next Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards, I'm willing to hear suggestions. Okay. So hope you guys did enjoy. Remember, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.